So Caleb was died from an undiagnosed genetic heart disorder. I'm not getting my words right. I know I'm not. We knew it ran in the family, and it runs on my side of the family, and so I passed the gene to him. It's affected many people in my family. Like my uncle passed away from it, and my mom has it, not only the gene, but she has been diagnosed. I have the gene, but mine never manifested and still hasn't. It could still, but it's more deadly, for lack of a better word, in children in puberty. So like if you have it as an adult, it doesn't affect you. You can live with it, but it can create cardiac arrest in puberty.
And he had no idea.
We had no idea. We tested all my children because it runs so rampant in my family. We have all the testing.
And what is it exactly? What is that?
It's called HCM, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and it's the thickening of, I think, the heart muscles where they thicken and blood can't then
get through.
And forgive me if that's completely wrong, but that's the gist of it. And so he'd always been tested. Mm-hmm. So all his echoes always looked completely normal, and there's no symptoms or signs or indications. It's like a silent.
Wow.
He would have not felt anything.
Yeah.
So it was just a normal day at home, and I had taken,
which is peaceful to know that that he didn't suffer from anything.
He didn't, and I had left to take one of the girls to gymnastics, and it was a swap. I was picking one up, and then I got a phone call, and obviously I wasn't there, but he was on the couch as well. So he walked out, and he was riding around on his little ripstick. Mm-hmm. So it was complete moments before, and then he was on the couch unresponsive, and CPR was attempted and 911 was called. I arrived at the hospital, and we were all just at the hospital, and he was actually pronounced dead at the hospital. I had a little hope on the way to the hospital, because I also called 911 because I didn't get much information on the phone call. Mm-hmm. And then it just disconnected. So I called 911 immediately from where I was, and just to make sure that someone was on their way to help him. And my daughter's coach ended up driving me to home. She started driving me home. The dispatcher had called me back, and she said, I just got information that he's been being taken by ambulance to the hospital. So we made a U-turn, and in my head, because that wasn't my sister's experience, because in Texas, I hope my sister doesn't mind me saying this, but in Texas, when her son passed away, the medical examiner can pronounce the child deceased. So the medical examiner came to her house and pronounced her son dead. And so when I got news that Caleb was being taken to the hospital,
you had hope.
I had hope. I was like, oh, he's alive. The news that I got was wrong. He's going to the hospital. They're going to help him. And so when he arrived at the hospital, they were working on him. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of, it was scary, but I was like, he's alive. They're working on him, and there's a chance. And I was told later that it was believed that he did pass away at home. Mm-hmm. But the medical examiner doesn't pronounce children. The pediatrician has to announce a death in the state of Maryland. So they're required to work on a child. I think I've got all this right, but that's for a certain amount of time. Right. But it was the fact that because of my sister's experience, I had hope that, but I was told that he would pass away at home. We want to talk about them. Mm-hmm. They're still here. Ask us about them. Say that we like saying their names. It's like, so I think people are sometimes scared to mention their name around us. Or no, we mention their name.
Mm-hmm. I want to hear stories.
Tell us your stories. Yeah. I love when I can go watch videos, edits that people make of Caleb, and that he's still so important to so many people around the world. Maybe we have a different, because Caleb would be 21, and so now I still think of him as 13.
Right.
And I can't picture him as 21 because 13 and 21 are a completely different age. But no, he's not forever 13 to me, but I definitely can't picture him as 21. But no, we celebrate his birthday every year. Mm-hmm. But, it's not a natural thing to say goodbye to your baby.
Nope.
Sometimes I don't believe that even happened. And there's two different lives, but sometimes feels like when he was with us and then after, it's like, it's just indescribable. Yeah. I sometimes can't describe, like, everybody grieves differently. And I guess this is the message is, I won't ever get over it.
No.
Like, you don't just get over it. You learn how to deal with it. And I think even realizing that makes it hard. Like, I think I posted this on Instagram, so it's out there. It's like, sometimes I get more sad as the years are getting further from, because I feel like I'm forgetting him.
Your memories
that
are
makes
fading.
me
What am I
so sad. Like, nothing is going to ever compare to the loss of a child. And if I can continue to get through that every day, because you never get through it. Never get over you're never done, you're never over it. But if I can wake up every day without him, without Caleb, then I can, dissolve despair. Had the marriage, had the babies.
Went ahead and did it. And so then fast forward a few years to around 2015, you guys had a very big tragedy in your family.
Yes.
Do you want to touch base on that a little bit?
So for those who haven't followed my family along from the vlogs that we had put out over the years, my firstborn, born in 2002, Caleb, unfortunately passed away in 2015 from an unknown genetic heart disease. So it's called HCM, which is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and it does run in my family. And so that means I would have passed the gene on to him. All the kids were tested and everything always looked how it should. But unfortunately, it's like there's no signs and there's no symptoms. And so it's like it's a thickening of the heart walls. So then I guess blood can't
get through.
Flow. And he died from sudden cardiac arrest in October of 2015.
Wow. Okay. I'm very sorry about that.